Welcome back, Dr. Naval. So, I want to talk about fitness and muscle strength. There is an assumption, and I can speak for myself, that if you're of a certain weight, of a certain fitness, you have good muscle strength. But it does not necessarily mean so. So, for instance, you people believe that we are walking every day, we're exercising, we're doing so many steps, or we're doing yoga, we are good. But what we hear these days is muscle strength is very important. For a better quality of life in your old age. And secondly, just by walking or just going to the gym, not gym, sorry, but just by walking, it's not good enough or it doesn't guarantee muscle strength. Is that what you think as well? What is your view?
Having good muscle strength is very important.
Okay.
One, because it helps you in moving around.
Right.
It helps you in performing your daily activities.
Right.
It helps in everything, in fact.
Right.
And you are up and about for longer period of time, longer age, let me say,
Right.
if you have good muscle strength.
Right.
So muscle has one very important function as in your physical movements.
So would you say your old age mobility relies
Yes.
strongly
Yes.
on muscle strength?
Yes. So
Okay.
in terms of mobility, it's very important. The other important fact, muscle also has a very important other function in metabolism,
Right.
like utilization of glucose and metabolism of your lipids or fats, metabolism of glucose. It plays a very important role.
Right. Okay.
That's another function other than the physical component,
Right.
which is important. So, having good muscles is important, and walking, yes, it is good for health. Jogging, it's good for health. Swimming, it's good for health. So these walking, jogging, swimming are kind of exercises what we describe as aerobic exercises,
Right.
which
Okay.
mainly work your cardiac and respiratory system, increase your cardiac respiratory fitness,
Interesting.
and they may help in losing weight as well. And they are very important. They may help in controlling your blood pressure. They may help in controlling sugar and everything. But they do not have too much influence on the muscle. So their main effect is on the heart and the lung
Right.
circulation.
Right.
It affects those parameters,
Right.
not directly on the muscle.
Muscle.
So if you are running, only one part of the a few muscles of the lower limb or legs are used up. So there is a problem there,
Right. Okay.
and that is the reason. The importance to train your muscles or strengthen your muscles.
Right.
Strengthening muscles doesn't mean building muscles. It's not synonymous.
Right.
It can be muscle strengthening and building can be done together,
Right.
but strengthening can be done even without increasing the muscle mass or build-up of muscles.
Can you elaborate on that?
For example, that if somebody says, okay, I look very lean, my muscles are very thin, I want to bulk up. So bulking up is a different thing.
Right.
Increasing the muscle bulk is a different thing. But if one bulks up, then the strength also increases.
Right.
Obviously, if the amount is high, then the strength will be high. But for better health, it's not necessary that everybody should bulk up
Right. Okay.
or increase the bulk of muscles to have a better outcome. One should just strengthen the existing muscles
Okay.
without actually
Building.
increasing too much of the bulk.
Okay.
So one can
Strengthen.
strengthen them. That will have a equally good beneficial effects. One on your as a physical aspect on the locomotion or movement. Second on the metabolic parameters like metabolism of glucose, lipids, and other functions.
How do you strengthen muscle?
Muscle strengthening can be done very simply. Calisthenics. Calisthenics means see, for a muscle to strengthen, one needs to put a resistance against it, its action.
Right.
There has to be a resistance against the action of a muscle. As
Okay.
simple as that. So
Okay.
if you put a resistance, then the muscle will have to strain and its strength will increase.
Okay.
Simply put that way.
Okay.
All right. So simplest is the biceps curl.
Right.
If you want to increase your biceps, this is the most common, then you have to just, while you flex your arm, your biceps gets into action.
Right.
So while flexing, if you put resistance there,
Like a weight.
like a weight, let's say you have a dumbbell, you have a 2 kg dumbbell, 3 kg dumbbell or 4 kg or whatever, 5 kg. If you put it, it gives a resistance and it puts a strain on the muscle,
Right.
and you do that repeatedly over a period of time, the muscle strength increases.
Right. Okay.
So if you are using 2 kg, after a month, you are able to do the same thing about the 4 kgs. If you continue,
Gradually.
then after a month, you are able to do that with increased 5 kgs.
Right.
The same thing you are able to do.
Right.
Initially, if you are able to do 10 times, 10 repetitions,
Right.
then after a month, you are able to do the same 10 repetition with increased weight.
Right.
Then you are able to do same 10 repetitions with much increased. So why? How you are able to do that? That means your
You-
muscle strength is
strengthening.
increasing. The bulk may increase, may not increase.
Okay.
That's the secondary.
Right.
But if you want to bulk up or you want to
Yeah.
have a really good body and you want to really bulk up the muscles,
Yeah.
then that's a different story.
Yeah, and we're not really interested in that. I think it's more about, working now for a better old age. Right?
Better old age, not only better old age. It's even better, say, middle age, young
Middle age.
age. See, what happens
Mobility.
is that the muscle quantity increases till the age of about 30.
Right.
At about 30 years,
Right.
one has the peak muscle mass which is
Right.
achieved, which the
Right.
person is naturally likely to achieve,
Right.
given his or her genes and all that.
Right.
So whatever the person is likely to achieve on his or her own is by 30.
Right.
It reaches peak.
Peak.
Then every 10 years, every decade, it
You
keeps on
lose.
decreasing by a few percent. Initially maybe by 1 to 2% per decade,
Okay.
up to maybe about 70 years.
Right.
After age of 70, it increases by a higher rate. So the decline in muscle mass starts maybe around 40 or so. The decline is gradual. And after 70, the
It's
decline
rapid.
increases much more. It's more rapid. So one needs to maintain the muscle strength or maintain the muscle mass with whatever you are born with till late.
Right.
And that is the reason muscle strengthening is important.
Right. Would you add weight as well? By strengthening muscle, would there be a natural tendency to put on weight by doing
Not
that?
really.
No.
Not
Okay.
really. Not at all. In fact,
Okay.
why?
Okay.
Because muscle, let me say, is the largest organ in the body.
Interesting.
Largest organ in the body which utilizes glucose. So whatever food you have,
Ah.
whatever glucose in the body you have,
Right.
muscle consumes a whole lot of it
Right.
for its activity, for its maintenance, right? So muscle uses the daily activity, walking, running around, going up and down. It's all the
Muscle.
muscles are working, and it all is utilizing glucose.
Right.
If you don't have glucose,
Yeah.
then it starts utilizing alternate fuels, maybe the fats, maybe the proteins. That is number one. Second, muscle has the largest amount of protein in the body.
Okay.
So muscle is protein, right? So whatever proteins you have, a large part of it goes in maintaining your muscles, the integrity of muscles. So if you're doing physical activity or if you're doing vigorous exercise, some degree of muscle damage occurs always. For that repair, you need protein.
Right.
So protein, glucose is important as a fuel for muscle action protein is required as a fuel for muscle maintenance, muscle growth, maintain the muscle growth and repair.
Right.
So these are the very two important components of the diet. That is why they have to be the good amount of carbohydrate. It's important for muscles. A good amount of protein is
Protein.
also important for muscles. And
Right.
a muscle utilizes that, and muscle is more active. And muscle, once you start activating the muscle remains active for a long time.
Okay. Does
And then it
strengthening
keeps on utilizing glucose. It keeps on utilizing glucose.
does strengthening and building muscle automatically mean that you're burning fat?
No, it's
No.
not that you're burning fat.
Right.
You're not burning fat.
Right.
If you are utilizing more of protein and more of carbohydrates, which are available in the diet, then if you are utilizing it, then less and less of it is available to be converted into fat.
Fat. So okay. So all your food is going for the right purpose,
Right
which is
purpose.
building muscle
Yeah.
or retaining muscle strength vis-a-vis accumulating fat.
Exactly.
Right.
So if you take a lot of glucose, like lot of carbohydrates, whatever is utilized, the rest of it is converted or put into a cycle where it is finally converted into fat.
Right.
So you are avoiding that.
Okay. How many minutes of exercise every day would you say?
See, ideally, as per the various guidelines, they say you should accumulate about 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise in a week.
In a week.
150
Okay.
minutes in a
Okay.
week. And which should be at least 75 minutes of high intensity.
Okay.
High intensity or 150 of moderate intensity. But the Indian guidelines, we say that ideal to have 1 hour of exercise every day.
Every day, 7 days a week.
Ideally.
That's a hell of a lot.
Ideally.
Right. Okay.
Ideally, it has to be 7 days a week, 1 hour. And you take out a time for that, you can divide it. You can have maybe half an hour of, say, aerobic activity, walking, jogging, whatever you want to do. Have 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes of muscle strengthening. And maybe even if you want to add 15 minutes of yoga or other things, that's good enough.
So, does playing a sport and yoga not suffice in muscle strengthening?
Playing a sport and yoga alone may not be enough for strengthening all the muscles. Yoga does have, different kind of yogic exercises do have some impact on strengthening the muscles. And but playing a sport, in various kind of sports, different components or different types of muscles may be used more frequently, so they may become strengthened much more.
Right.
But overall strengthening of all the major muscles is very important.
Okay.
And as I said earlier, calisthenics is where you use own body's weight. For example, is you don't have any weights. Simple push-ups.
Okay.
Simple push-ups or plank exercises which are there. So simple push-ups, you're using body's own weight to get up.
Arms, legs.
And that helps your arms. That is helping your legs. The plank helps your arms, legs, and your core body
Core.
muscles. So because you have to maintain like that.
Correct.
So you are exercising your core body muscles, the muscles. So do these kind of things. Second is, the other best part, other thing in the other extreme is if you have access to these modern state-of-the-art gymnasium or machines, that is the best. If you have access, but not necessary. You can have simple weights, free weights, like dumbbells, free weights, and there are various exercises which can be done with free weights, and just 2 free weights, and you can exercise your arms, back, legs, all those muscles. Even more than that is, nowadays you have available elastic bands or elastic loops. There are bands which are made of elastic of different kind of strength.
Okay.
They are color coded as per the strength of that.
Right.
So there are several exercises you can do it on with that, and that you can do exercise each and every muscle. You can the leg muscles, the thigh muscles, the arm, the forearm, arm, everything, all, and the back.
Back's also very
All
important.
can be exercised by that.
Right.
And by loops also.
Right.
Simple loops.
Right.
And they are quite cheap, in fact.
Available on Amazon.
They are available everywhere, any sports goods shop you can go. And again, they should be an expert, a person or an exercise therapist who is expert in using that should train you at least.
Correct. Yeah, because
You
they
don't do by your own.
you don't want
otherwise
to
this
cause
can
muscle
injury
injury.
also.
Correct. Or you wreck your back or any of that. Suddenly you get into
Yeah.
over enthusiasm and
No, it can
start-
cause, because it's
yeah.
an elastic band
Yeah.
and you have to tie it to this thing and you keep on doing it, you release it suddenly.
Yeah.
It can injure.
Yeah.
But again,
And muscle injuries can take a long time to heal. So
muscle injuries
yeah,
can take a long time.
So we
you
got to be careful.
exercise, whatever exercise you plan, you take a help of an exercise therapist or a physiotherapist who's well versed with these techniques and learn properly, go slow.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Most important, start slow, start small, and build. Because we just become overzealous and we just, overdrive. Suddenly we've not exercised. Our body's not used to that flexibility and that fitness. And we think we're young or we're healthy. That's also a misnomer. But fitness is very different.
Fitness is different.
Different. to
Everybody
being
has
healthy.
a different level of fitness. Somebody may be able to run 5 miles. That's another level of fitness. Whereas the same person may not be able to lift some
Yes.
heavy weight.
Yes.
Or the same person who can run 5 miles may not be able to play an hour of badminton.
Correct.
It's different.
Different.
For everybody. Everybody's level of fitness is different. It's not one size does not fit all. That is one thing. So exercise, whatever you're planning, start low and go slow.
That's a good one, Buse. Start low and go slow.
So that's very important.
Yeah.
And do incorporate, as I was mentioning, about an hour every day. Try to break it down to at least 20 minutes each bout, if not more. Not less than 20 minutes.
Right.
Some experts may say that if you have a high intensity exercise, you do it for 5 to 10 minutes, it's good enough. Well, that is a different question. Not everybody can do a high intensity
Sure.
interval training.
Yeah.
HIIT is not a cup of tea for everybody.
Yeah.
Right? It's a very person who's fit and who can do it. It's a different story. But that's not.
And I have to say that not everybody is motivated. It's
Exactly.
not easy. Exercise doesn't come natural to everybody. I mean, I know for myself, I don't enjoy exercise. I can walk, but doing dumbbells and fitness, you need a psychological shift. That now it's
Definitely.
required. When you get older, it's a bit like an investment, like a fixed deposit. If you invest today, you will reap the benefits 2 decades from now. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's important because your mobility is really, you don't think of these things. It's not just aesthetically your muscles will start falling apart or you may not look as pleasing as you did before. I think it's mobility, being able to sit, stand up from your seat, to walk. Things we take for granted today may be very, very difficult to do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of coming to.
Yeah.
That muscle strength, like how do you find out how fit you are, how good your muscles are. So there are several decrease in the muscle quality and mass. We call it a sarcopenia, which is generally a disease, generally a phenomenon which was seen in older age group. I wouldn't say disease.
Right.
It is a phenomenon occurring naturally in old age. Now it is seen even in 40s,
Right.
50s, 60s, what we have seen.
Right.
And the simplest one, what we do is the hand grip strength. We have with the dynamometer, we see we squeeze the dynamometer, what is your strength.
Right.
That is one scientific way of doing it. The simplest way to do it, I would say to somebody, 30-second chair test. You sit on a chair which doesn't have arms, and just sit with your arms around your chest and just try to rapidly get up and sit down and get up and sit down without assistance or without taking help, without putting your hands on the chair or anything. Just try to do that. How many times are you able to do in 30 seconds?
Wow.
The more number of times you are able to do it, the more fit you are. The muscles, your muscle strength is better. Right? And the other thing is, such 5 sit-ups on the chair, how fast are you able to do it? That's another
Okay.
simple test.
Right.
That will tell you the strength of your muscles.
How many times and how fast are you able
That's
to?
the simplest way to put
simplest
it,
way
and it's also a component of a
assess.
short physical performance battery. It's a set of tests we do when we are evaluating for muscle strength or say sarcopenia,
Right. Right.
and how much you are able to walk in 6 minutes.
Right.
6 minutes, how much you are able to walk.
Right.
In what is your gait speed?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you are able to walk 0.8 meters per second, or say 1 meter per second, that's good. If your speed is less than that, that means you have a problem.
1 meter per second. That's a good,
Less than 1
benchmark.
meter.
Yeah, less than 1 meter per second. It's good. It's interesting. There's a lot of talk about the calf muscle. What do you make of that? Some people say it's like the second heart. How important is the calf muscle?
The calf muscle is very important because because it's a major muscle which is used in locomotion. And I won't agree with that. It's another heart. I mean, because the thigh muscles are even bulkier than that. The major bulk is in the thigh muscles.
Thigh muscle.
Right. Calf is just relatively smaller than that.
Right.
But calf muscle has been used as a surrogate of your muscle quality and quantity by many studies.
Right.
The calf muscle circumference
Right.
is used as a surrogate indicator that how good
Good
your
your
overall muscle mass is.
Right.
It has been used.
Right.
And a simple test has also been advocated by some guidelines that you put your index finger and your thumb. And your calf muscle, whichever is the most prominent part of that, and you put your index fingers and see if you can touch your thumb.
Okay.
Right? If you are not able to, encircle the largest part of the calf muscle with these fingers, that is good.
I was going to say.
That's good.
A thick calf muscle.
That means your calf is
is
thick
yeah.
and probably you have a good muscle mass.
Muscle mass.
If you are able to do it, if you're just able to do it, that's still all right. But if your thumbs overlap, right, or if there's a gap,
Yeah.
significant gap, that means your muscle mass is relatively less.
Right.
It's a simple test, has been advocated by some of the study groups. It's a simple way to find out, although it cannot be scientifically used in research, but again, yes, it's a simple method. So
Okay.
calf muscle is important,
Important.
indicator of the overall muscle mass in that manner.
Right. Okay. I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to talk about menopausal women,
Okay.
and including the ones who are in the perimenopause stage in their early 40s. Because there's a lot of talk about women in early 40s losing muscle strength because of hormonal imbalance. This is what I've heard, but you're the expert, so you're in a better position to say, is this true? And if so, why? And how can we fix it?
So, in general, women have a lower muscle mass
Okay.
than men.
Right.
That is number one. And they have a higher percentage body fat.
Right. Okay.
That is there. Women, the body composition undergoes several changes in women.
Right.
Unlike men,
Right.
the men body composition majorly starts changing around puberty and it remains the same subsequently.
Okay.
It doesn't have much change,
Right.
except some decline in the muscle mass, increase in the fat towards
Age-related.
later age,
Yeah.
which happens in both the genders.
Right.
In women, what is important is that what happens, women undergo several hormonal ups and downs. The first hormonal change happens during puberty. Increased fat starts getting deposited. And during puberty, after puberty, there may be, if there is imbalance, there may be increased male hormones, so that leads to PCOD and those kind of problems. Number one. Number two is around pregnancy. Around pregnancy, there is increased weight gain. And many times it happens that it is advocated by many people that say pregnancy is a state where you have to eat for two. Which is not actually the case. You don't need to eat for two individuals. The other one is just a small 2 kg, 300 kgs or so.
Right.
For that, you don't need to bulk up or gain 20 kgs.
Yeah.
You need to gain few kgs. About 6, 7, 5 to 8 kgs or so. That's good enough. But again, that's a major period where hormonal changes are happening, body composition is changing, and then women tend to gain weight at that time, which is very difficult to shed later on.
Yes, I was going to say.
That is one stage when they have the risk or become obese and develop diabetes, the gestational diabetes.
Right.
They develop that.
Right.
And maybe that reverses after delivery. The diabetes comes down after delivery. But again, these women who have developed diabetes during pregnancy or gestational diabetes are at a very high risk of developing type 2 diabetes subsequently.
Right.
Because it sets the milieu
Right.
in the body.
Right.
And that milieu is set, and if care is not taken, these women can convert to type 2 diabetes within a short period of few years. That is one major risk factor there.
And can we say that's exacerbated today because women are older when they're having babies compared to before?
Yes, that
in
is
their
further,
30s.
I agree. That is further exacerbated. And the weight gain during pregnancy sometimes or many times, most of the times I would say it becomes difficult to shed later on. And they develop obesity and subsequent obesity related problems.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
2. The third problem occurs is in the menopause.
Right.
Perimenopausal or say post-menopausal. Again, the hormonal changes start happening there.
Significantly.
Significant hormonal changes start happening.
Yeah.
The body fat increases, the muscles decreases, the bones get weak in the post-menopausal because of the absence of estrogen. The bones start getting weak. So these all kind of hormonal changes happening in the body at various stages of reproductive life and at the end of the reproductive life also put women at extra risk of developing obesity and obesity related problems. And traditional or by makeup itself, body composition makeup, they have less muscle mass. So these are the these if they are exposed to these changes, that further decreases the
So it's like a double whammy. You start
muscle
off with a
mass.
lower
You
muscle
start
mass
with
anyway.
low muscle mass, and if that quality is not good,
Yeah.
and the problem happens if you have a lot of fat in the body. That fat, as I said, it starts getting deposited in various organs, and again it gets deposited in muscles as well. So in the muscles fibers are full of protein.
Right.
They just keep on acting.
Right.
They are contracting, relaxing, and they have organs within them. The
Yeah.
powerhouse within the cells, which we call mitochondria, the powerhouse which keeps on acting. Then we have a lot of fat elsewhere. So fat has to get accumulated somewhere. Your body fat cells, which normally keep the fat, they are saturated. So fat has to get accumulated. It goes and sits in the liver. It goes and sits in the pancreas. It goes and gets accumulated in the muscle. So a same muscle fiber where fat gets accumulated is not able to function to the same extent. Is not able to exercise to the same extent. Is not able to contract to the same extent. Is not able to utilize the glucose to the same extent.
Right.
The result is bad muscle quality, which is not helping you. So poor muscle strength, poor muscle metabolism,
Plus a loss.
plus loss. These damaged or improper muscle fibers tend to get damaged quickly. They are not repaired easily. So overall, it tends to decrease your muscle mass, quality, as well as quality. And along with that, you are exposed to the problems of that. That is, your glucose metabolism goes haywire, lipid metabolism goes haywire.
Plus the bones are also playing up. You have
And if you
chance
don't
of
have good
osteoporosis.
muscles,
Then
your bones also will get weak. Because see, once anybody who's bedridden after for quite some time, maybe after an injury or accident, whatever, a person is bedridden. It is a well-known fact that bones become weak.
Right.
Their bone density decreases. Bone density is lost.
Right.
And muscle action is very important to stimulate bone formation.
Right.
Because muscles are attached to the bone. So activity is very important for bone formation and maintenance. If the muscles are not acting, not moving, then obviously the bone formation and repair, etc., or maintenance will be decreased and bones will become weaker. So it has multiple implications.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, one hadn't thought of that. You just hear menopause, women, muscle loss because of estrogen, so strength. But it's a multi-pronged impact, right? Your bones, so many things. It's not just mobility, but overall health. And I hadn't realized women start off on a disadvantage because their muscle strength and quality is not as good. At least the strength is not as much as that of men. And with all the changes, be it pregnancy, menopause, etc., it only makes matters worse.
Yeah.
So thank you. That's been really, really helpful, Dr. Naval. It's been good talking to you about muscle strength and the loss of muscle and how it impacts us when we get older. I would like to say and conclude that it's as important as weight is, or being of the right weight. I don't think it necessarily means that you are fit or that you have good muscle strength. That is one, which is an assumption on our part. And second, I think more than adding years or just having longevity, what's more important is quality of life. And I think for that, your mental and physical health, which means mobility, not just being free of disease, but to be able to be mobile and do the things that one is used to doing is very, very important.
That's right.
And I think for that, muscle strength should be the mantra.
Definitely.
Thank you, Dr. Naval. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to have you on board. And I'm sorry we've taken up so much of your time, but it's been really, really valuable to me. And I really hope that the viewers have also benefited and will practice everything that they've heard and learned from today. Thank you.
So.